Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick video here about we were just talking about a client, and it just brought up a really cool thing that don't that people don't understand, or they start to take advantage of the gifts that psychics have, or psychic mediums, or more psychics. Um, First, I want to say that I had a great. I met with a woman last night, and the reading was crazy. I wish I could talk about it, but I can't. But it's interesting how you can talk to the same person, spirit, in two completely different situations. Um, it was really, really, really crazy to see like a complete full circle of stuff. It was really weird, and to see the same person in two different lights. That was really, really nuts. So anyway, back to the client thing. So the problem that I see, and I see it with a lot of people, is that once you start giving them information about stuff that they don't have access to in any way, about life and about what's coming and all that kind of stuff, and you're very accurate with it, the problem is they start getting used to that, and then it's no longer to help them. Now it's about how do I how do I beat the system of learning the lessons I need to learn in my life. And that's the problem that I'm coming up with now. The person wants to know how to beat the system. You know, how can I cheat? How can I cheat a learning system? Um, it's like knowing, and this is just an example. This is it's like knowing, like, should I bother going for this job interview or not? Because if you say it's not, then it's not worth it to me. You know, instead of going to the job interview, and in doing it and learning from it, and either you get the job or you don't. But if your life is pointing you in that direction to go towards that job, then you shouldn't look for me to cheat you ahead, or take advantage of what I do to get you to exactly where you need to be right now. Life isn't about getting from point A to point B using a psychic's gift to get you there as quick as possible. You start abusing that once in a while is fine if you really need help with something. But to do it just to avoid a learning curve, that's when things aren't okay anymore. And that's sort of what this person wants. They want to get from point A to point B without seeing if the road is when windy road, or an up and down hilly road, or just a straight road. They're at a point in their lives where they just want to go from this point to this point and not have any learning, and they know that they need to get to from point A to point B. So it's not like they're hesitating; they just want all the shortcuts, and it doesn't work like that. You're supposed to learn lessons in your life. You're supposed to go through things. You're supposed to do things. You know, good and bad. You know, that like I said, that example of the job thing. If you're supposed to go there, and maybe you're supposed to meet these certain people that help you later on in that career, but you don't know that if I'm telling you, yes, just go to this one, skip this one completely. And that's the problem that I'm having, is that this is what this person wants, and it just brought up that because I've come across that a lot of times, where people just want to go from point A to point B, and they don't want to learn anything. And I understand that, like, people feel that time is valuable, and why should I waste this amount of months or this amount of effort on something if it's not going to be fruitful to me now? But you don't know what it's going to bring later on. You know, can I do it? Can I see all these things? Yeah, I can. For the most part, I can. But this is why everybody doesn't have the abilities that I have, or the abilities that a lot of psychic people have. You know, it's because the natural human way is to take advantage of and manipulate and take. And it's like, well, why go through those things if I don't have to go through those things? And we're greedy by being humans. That's the way we operate. You know, we always want the bigger, the better, the fastest, the most expensive. That's just how we operate as a whole as a whole species. Um, but I find it interesting that it brought up that's all. And I just want to do a quick little video on it that a psychic's job isn't to make you from point A to point B as fast as possible. It's to help you along that way if need be. If you really get lost in that trail, or if you really need some sort of guidance, that's okay. But to start taking advantage of what somebody can do to get you here and not have to put forth any effort to learn, knowing that you need to go, you have to go to that job interview, you have to get that job, because that's what you went to school for, and that's the career you wanted to be in, and whatever. That's where the problem lies. And it just brought up a thing, and it's not a psychic's job to do that. And people get so comfortable with you and so comfortable with what you do, and the fact that you're really good at what you do, that this is what they do to you. And people don't see that. And I talk about it with clients and stuff, and when I get groups of people together and lectures and whatever, like I'll talk about stuff like this once in a while, but it just happened to pop up, so I figured I'd throw it up, on YouTube.